The next piece that we're going to do is a kind of a special piece for all of us, for myself. Upon learning that we had been accepted to the National Concert Band Festival, one of the conversations that Chris Newbury and I had was maybe it would be really cool to bring in a new piece, to have a new piece written specifically for these students. And so we thought about it, we questioned who that person would be, and it became quite obvious that it was his father, whom we all call Papa Noobs. He's a local composer, and we thought it would be just a fantastic way to extend the students' education and preparation by bringing in a composer to work with the students, to compose a piece for the students, specifically for the individual instrumentation that we have in our ensemble. And I'm pleased, I would like to introduce right now Papa Noobs, and he has a special guest with him.
It really has been a really awesome time and special time. To be a composer for a group of this caliber is really a thrill and a blessing in my life. Some of you have been at this concert where we sort of had our first performance of the piece called Windows, and we talked a little bit about it. And if you read your program notes that you have, you'll remember that a lot of that we were talking about at the time. We really have a special opportunity tonight. First of all, I want to say thank you, students. You know how I feel about you. You're awesome, and you could say that many times, but like you truly are. But we really have a special opportunity tonight. We wrote the piece based on, not really to tell the story of Christina and Neville, but to help us all focus on life, sometimes at its most difficult, and the challenge to work through that, and just the grace that we need in that process. And it was about a year ago that we lost Christina, and tonight it's a really special moment to have Christina's mom with us. And she's got a few words to tell us, and I think it'll be really the most special way to talk about Windows through the eyes of Jody Almond, the mom of Christina. So everybody welcome my sister-in-law, Jody.
This is a surprise that I'm even here tonight, but I am so glad to be here. Christina was a normal young woman, strong in her faith, and I knew that walking through her dying process would be standing on holy ground, but I wasn't prepared for what she saw and what she talked about. And I wrote it all down, because every day she was seeing and hearing amazing things. One little story was, she said, "Mom, I just want to hear the angels sing and see the face of Jesus." And I said, "Oh, you will really soon," thinking, she was just about to die. And she laid her head back on her pillow, and within the hour she's going, "Mom, who is that singing? It's such a beautiful voice." I said, "No one is singing." She goes, "No, listen. It's the most beautiful baritone voice I've ever heard." And I said, you've got to be hearing angels, because there's nothing going on in here. And then she said, "Listen to the harmonies." And I said, "More than one?" And she said, "So many." And then it faded after about an hour. And I changed forever watching this process. I realized that this thing we call eternity in heaven is not some far-flung galaxy, but just behind this thin veil that those who are stepping into it get to see, and we just get to watch them see it. So I wrote it down in words, and Russ wrote it in music, some of what she saw, windows and docks and beautiful, beautiful things. And she was not much different than any of you. I thank you so much for doing this for her. She grew up a violinist and did 100 school concerts just like this. Loved music. It spoke to her heart. And I think she would love this. She said from the day she was diagnosed, this is worth it if even one person can follow God more closely. It's worth it to me to go through this. And I think if I could speak for her, she would say a few things to you all. live courageously. Don't fear anything. Don't let fear stop you. And enjoy every single moment you have on this earth. It's all important, but it's not all there is. Thank you very much.
So everybody, will you welcome Diana Wang, who is just a wonderful young lady and a superstar violinist. She was really part of this story, and we had to have violin with wind ensemble and percussion, and this would mean a lot also to Christina. So we're going to celebrate our last performance of this right now, and tonight, and students, I would just encourage you, this is, it was really meant to be a passionate story, so don't be afraid to be passionate in your performance. And Diana, play great. You're awesome. Yeah, so Mr. Swisher.
Real quick sound check.
Thank you.